Welcome to Open for Business, the Gallatin Valley's only local business and consumer talk show featuring Tom Eaglehoff, the Man Entrepreneur magazine radio called the leading authority in the United States for doing business in small town. Here he is, speaker, author, small business consultant, and Mrs. Eaglehoff's favorite son, Tom Eaglehoff.
All right, welcome everyone. Open for Business. We air every Saturday live from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Mountain Time on AM 1450 KMMS in Bozeman, 1340 KPRK in Livingston, Montana. If you'd like to be a part of the big broadcast, go to kmmsam.com and click Listen Live. The call-in number during the show, 406-522-TALK, 406-522-8255. I'm here, you're here. Let's get the show on the road.
Let's get back to Open for Business on News Radio AM 1450 KMMS Bozeman. Lines are open at 522-TALK. That's 522-8255. Here he is. He's big, he's bad, and he's open for business. Tom Eaglehoff.
Hi, welcome back, everyone. 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's Saturday, January 28, 2015. 16 degrees outside. And I want to welcome you to the podcast portion of Open for Business. Each week I share some tips and tricks I've learned over the years about advertising, marketing, promotion, and building strong, successful businesses. And if you missed any of my previous podcasts, you'll find them all on my YouTube channel. And while you're there, why not subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you'll never miss another weekly podcast. And you'll also find them on my website at smalltownmarketing.com. That's smalltownmarketing.com. Today's topic is building your business, advertising versus PR. Well, from the day you open your doors, the first rule of business we all hear is get the word out. Get the word out. So we advertise. Then we analyze to see what happens. Then we advertise some more and analyze some more. Then we analyze our analyzation. And usually end up more confused about our advertising than we were before we started. And we're wasting more money. So is spending money on advertising the answer? Well, if it were, Jeb Bush or Hillary Clinton to be president. Ford, which spends $314 per vehicle on advertising, would outsell Chevy, which only spends $177 per vehicle. Instead, Chevy sells 33% more than Ford. Kmart spends $541 million to Walmart's $498 million. Who do you think gets the short end of that stick? Walmart does 4 times the sales Kmart does, even with Martha Stewart. Take Starbucks coffee ad budget, less than $10 million in 10 years. To produce yearly sales of around $1.3 billion. So how does PR, public relations, enter this equation? Well, take the case of Walmart Stores Incorporated versus Samara Brothers Incorporated. Samara Brothers sued Walmart for making knockoffs of their line of children's clothes, and the Supreme Court ruled that Samara Brothers clothing was not distinctive enough to be protected, like the Nike Swish, for example. So even though the company label was on the clothing, people would not automatically know who made it. So building the brand name of your business in the minds of consumers can be a protection as well as a powerful business tool. So let's look at a real-world example of advertising versus PR. For the sake of this example, I'll just use a newspaper ad. So in the world of advertising, you take out an ad in a local paper and cross your fingers and hope for the best. Well, the next day the ad's gone. And maybe people remembered it, and maybe they didn't. But you might have included a special offer or special deal in the ad, so some people might save it. More than likely, your customer will look at a competitor's ad also and do some comparison shopping before visiting you. Now let's look at the same thing with PR. You're reading a copy of 12-Volt News, and lo and behold, Radical Radio has a new XYZ audio widget that will revolutionize the audio industry. Well, you tear out the article, attach your business card, and send it off to your local paper, the same one you have your ad in. You enclose a note. You'd be happy to explain how this innovation affects audio enthusiasts in your hometown, and the newspaper calls you and quotes you in an article in a section of the paper commonly read by audio customers, and the same section you have your ad in. When people read the article and see your quote, what does that make you? Exactly. The reader instantly perceives you as an expert in the industry. Why else would the paper have contacted you instead of someone else? Which would you feel sends the stronger message to the customer? The ad, which is pretty much like your competitors, or the label of expert put on you by the article. So trust me, this works unless they decide not to print it. Then you simply send the next best thing you read the next time. I've been in several national magazines all over the world, reaching millions of people for less than $100. I simply approached editors with different interesting information or a new way of saying something about what I do. And you can do the same thing. Now, am I telling you to stop advertising? Of course not. But the chances are you're in a very competitive industry and you do need to keep your name out there. But also consider adding low or no cost PR along with it. Newspapers, radios, magazines are clamoring for information and story ideas every day. So no media knows as much about your business and how it's done than you do. And they're always looking for help, so why not help them out a little? And that's the podcast. If you missed any of my previous podcasts, you'll find them all on my YouTube channel. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel or on my website at smalltownmarketing.com. That's smalltownmarketing.com. So tune in each Saturday and let's build successful businesses together.